Well, hello there. This is Sean 1113. Want to do something completely different from a normal? I know a lot of people are at home, what have you, right now. See the news that it's like, there's got to be some kind of levity to it. And for me, it's something like this makes me smile and happy and you do need humor, but also stories that have nothing to do with the C word and what have you. I want to make two disclaimers. The one I'm reading is going to be from News of the Weird. So if you want to look up there and search for yourself, called News of the Weird. Give those people the full credit for that. That is News of the Weird. That's just one I'm going to read from. Um, Also, number two, listener discretion is advised. It is for mature audiences. So I want to make those two disclaimers first before I read it. But like I said, I'm reading this off News of the Weird. And like I said, those are the people I'm going to give full credit for that. Well, what I will call would be called stupid, stupid, stupid. And these stories are definitely worthy of that. Now, listen to this story from News of the Weird. Here's the lead story in Florida. Police in Pinellas County, Florida, responded to the Clearwater Mall late March 22nd, where witnesses reported a woman screaming in a parked car. According to the arrest affidavit, the officer discovered a woman, and Robert Janish, 21, wrestling with each other, quote, wrestling with each other in their birthday suits. You can only imagine what it, you can only imagine that part. The couple told police they had sex, for lack of a better term. The woman went to urinate outside the car, using a napkin to wipe herself, but she actually threw on Janish. Prompting an argument, the affidavit stated that the argument escalated to the point that Janish choked his girlfriend. Not good at all, at any time. But he contended the marks on her neck occurred earlier at the beach. WFLA TV reported that Janish was arrested for domestic battery. Oh, this is from WFAL, Tampa, March 26, 2020. Not good, and definitely stupid, stupid, stupid. Signs of the apocalypse. This is the next story. This is from UPI March 20th, 2020. If we need more. Stuart Gatt, known as Stewie the Snake Catcher, was summoned to a yard in Ardeer, Victoria, Australia in mid-March, where he bagged up a female tiger snake in order to relocate it in the wild. But when Gatt opened the bag a short time later, he discovered the snake has given birth to several offspring, one of which had two heads, according to UPI. Gatt took the snakes to Direct Vet Services there and had them check over. The usually one-headed babies were fine, but the two heads had to be euthanized. Well, that's too bad, actually. These animals are not generally viable, so it was euthanized on humane grounds. The clinic posted on its Facebook page the moms and babies were returned to the wild, and according to plan. Well, at least it was bad for the two-headed baby, but at least it had a happy ending in that one. So I couldn't call it stupid, stupid, stupid on that one. The next one is called Oops from the Metro News on March 22nd, 2020. Victor Simon Beach, 61, of Brudex Parish Church in Plymouth, England, was uncomfortable enough as he launched into his first virtual service on March 22nd, calling surreal. But as he leaned over into the camera into the final portion of his sermon, he looked at his looked to his left and calmly dampened, "Oh dear, I just caught fire." Whoa. Okay, that would be. Now Beach had leaned a bit too close to several nearby candles and ignited his sleeve, just as my arm getting a bit hot. The flame damaged his sweater and shirt, sorry, but did not burn his skin. So fortunately, well, that was fortunate, and that probably was an act of God, to be honest with you. That it wasn't worse than it already was. Beast teased a bit by better victors who razzed him for being on fire for Jesus. And people laugh and laugh, really. Well, it was an act of God that that he didn't get burned for whatever reason. But that's all I got to say about that. Here's the next story called Crashing During the Coronavirus from the BBC, March 24th, 2020. Steve Walton of Shotley Bridge, England, took a bad spill in 2018 after a series of surgeries, had to have the lower part of his leg amputated in January. He was scheduled to be fitted with a prosthetic leg, but his appointment was delayed because of the coronavirus crisis. When Steve's wife, Achari, went to work, making a leg for him by using a bucket, fiberglass resin, and wood, the first attempt falling in March, it was something more akin to something Long John Silver's would wear, Walton said. But Mrs. Walton refined her project using a moon boot. Okay, and it worked. My wife is very practical. She can turn her hand into anything. Walton told the BBC, "I am not going to use this regularly, but it will be good for getting around the house for the next 3 to 6 months. People are far worse than me at the minute." That is definitely a blessing in disguise, in my opinion, that his wife was caring enough to do that. I mean, what more can you say about that? Now, here's the next story out of WZTV TV, March 12, 2020, titled Least Competent Criminal. Kenneth Braden filled his shopping cart at a Nashville area Kroger store with essentials. 5 cases of beer. Was that Corona? Was that happened to be Corona beer? I don't know. And 2 packets of toilet paper. Okay. On March 11th. Then bypassed the checkout lanes, according to court documents. As he attempted to leave the store, he tripped the alarm sensors and the wheels of his car locked up. After several unsuccessful attempts to move the car, he fled the store. That isn't good at all. WZTV reported Metro Police later picked him up and charged with theft and merchandise suspended license. Yikes. Like, trying to steal beer and toilet paper is as bad as hoarding. I mean, honestly. And not even having and driving with suspended license. He did not have a good day, as to say the least. Here's the next one. There are 3 of them. Here are the next 3 stories, to be honest with you. This is Lesson Learned from APP. That's their source, 3/23/20, March 23/20. Lesson Learned. Taiwan has strictly cracked down on its citizens during the COVID-19 panic, using GPS on phones to monitor the movement of the quarantine. One man got a particularly costly lesson when he violated quarantine to go clubbing. Oh yeah, just like the spring breakers that in Florida, aren't they? Here in the United States, aren't they? Seems that way. The unnamed man who is required to self-quarantine for 14 days after return from Southeast Asia was charged 1 million Taiwanese, about $33,000 US, after he was found at a Taipei nightclub. Authorities team his night out was malicious, said the new Taipei mayor, Hu Yu-yi. If I get it wrong, I'm not. Warren, if I get it wrong, let me know about that. He warned, I will not be soft-hearted. Well, having a good time these days, well, we all like to get out of the house and club, but you gotta be smart about it too, in my opinion, at this point. Here's the next one, helping neighbors. Fox News 6 on March 24, 2020. In Richfield, Wisconsin, neighbors Eric Kruzicki and Trevor Reinecke have missed sharing a beer while they were socially isolating. So Kruzicki came up with another idea. Here's a car guy and happened to have a spare exhaust tip that was the perfect size for a beer. Using zip ties, he strapped the tip to a remote control car, drop a bottle of Corona. Well, there's an ironic thing, isn't it? Yes, on purpose, to the pipe, he called Ryan Hinckley to start videotaping and caught a little delivery. The little delivery as it zoomed across a busy street up his driveway, delivering a cold brew to his hands. Kruzicki's Facebook post racked up more than 5 million views. Okay, that's the fastest way to make beer. I don't know what it is. Hold on, I don't know what it is. Here is the last story of the day, coming from the Philadelphia Inquirer on March 26, 2020. Titled, Not Funny. Joe Foscolo, the co-owner of Garrity's supermarket in Hanover Township, Pennsylvania, had a very challenging day. On March 25th, the woman who claimed she had coronavirus, later identified police as Margaret Shiricle. If I get it wrong, let me know. Came in the store and proceeded to cough on her fresh produce and a small second in the bakery. Nasty. Now that's nasty. Just like licking the toilets. It's just as nasty as it can be. And you can be. I can tell you that. Tell you that. He wrote on Facebook, while the staff did their best to get the woman out fast as possible. He said the health had to disinfect the store, and the twisted prank, quote, resulted in the loss of $35,000 worth of food. Oh, that is not. Oh man, I don't even know. That is a challenging thing when you lose that. When you lose that much money, it is challenging. I can't even imagine that. The Philadelphia Inquirer reports the Luzerne County District Attorney has charged Shiricle with use of weapons of mass destruction. Wow. Whoa. And making terrorist threats. It is not known wherever the woman had COVID-19. Well, she gets what she deserves anyway. In my opinion, and number one, that is pretty steep. That have weapons of mass destruction charged and making terrorist threats. Wow. But hopefully, this gentleman, Garrity's workshop in Hanover Township, Pennsylvania, will get his business back as it is. But the woman is definitely stupid, for sure. With that, that is the version of stupid. This is Sean 1113, and all the credit should be given. Like I said again, all the credit should be given to News of the Weird. Go look it up, search it, and you can read it for yourself. And thank you for joining me.